Okay, I'm starting with a fresh scene. This is just a shading file. We have published textures for it, published model for it. So the first thing that we're going to do is build the shader. Just hit that build button, hit create shader. I'm gonna hit create shader again, hit create shader again. I'm just cruising through these things, trusting that this system will in fact work. So to start shading this thing, I'm going to need a turntable. So I just go from build shader to create turntable. This gives me a nicely framed asset. I'm just going to check it on the turntable a little bit. It's a little, oh, that actually works pretty well. So now I've got a nice turntable, but what I want to do is I want to do an Arnold test render. So right after I build my turntable, I'm just going to set my render globals up. This has my start frame, end frame, resolution, camera, and path, so we'll just set those. I'm going to then just go over to HDR, and I'm going to do, I like this over the clouds one, so we're going to set that one up. All right, now let's just do a quick test render. Okay, cool. I think I might want this environment light rotated just a tad. All right, that's a little bit better. So let's just check another few frames. So one of the first things that we can do is, now that we've at least just brought our stuff in from Substance, thrown on a basic, like all the default settings, we can just send this to the render farm. So let's pretend this is all I want to do with that. Typically, you're probably going to mess with shaders a little bit more, but let's pretend that's all I really need to do. I'm just going to hit this render button. What that's going to do is it's going to pull up a bunch of pre-flights. I'm just going to hit run all. It's going to just double check that I still want that frame range and all that. It's just going to run through these checks and submit the job to Deadline. So if I then open up Deadline, I can see the job that I just submitted. That's just going to go into the render queue and start rendering.